Hello, Fortunate One, and welcome back to Fortunate Awakening. I'm Nadine. This channel is dedicated to helping individuals heal from religious abuse. Today, we're going to talk about the shame that people experience when they leave a organization like the Jehovah's Witness organization. That uses shame as a tactic to make people feel guilty and to feel shameful. Once I was disfellowshipped from the Jehovah's Witness organization, I felt shame for over a decade. I've been disfellowshipped for 20 years. I spent over a decade just not even sharing that I was disfellowshipped, moved on with my life, gained many blessings outside of the Jehovah's Witness organization, but still never shared with people, even when I met other Jehovah's Witnesses, that I had once been in that organization for 20 years. So that, when I reflect on that, that is shame. That was shame that I had within myself. Initially, I felt guilty because I was leaving friends, family, my congregation that I had been a part of for 20 years. And then that guilt kind of moves into shame. And the shame is, it's more personal than guilt to me, because it's shame. It's like, it's specific to you. Shame on you. How dare you leave this organization? And the Jehovah's Witnesses, their rhetoric is that you are leaving the truth. You are an apostate. You are leaving God. That's not the truth. You are not leaving God. You are leaving an organization that wants to control everything about your life. When you're dealing with organizations or even individuals that want to control you, they want to suppress who you are as an individual. That is not from God. God made us all completely unique. We have different gifts. We have different talents. When you decide, when you wake up, you have your awakening, and you decide that this is no longer what I want to be a part of, where I am suppressing myself and not allowed to let my light shine, let my gifts be what I use to bless others, then you're shamed. Then you are not conforming as is expected by the Jehovah's Witness organization, JWs. So you are blamed. You have to be found guilty, shamed, and disfellowshipped, pushed on the outside. My awakening, and I consider my awakening, it wasn't like just one day. When I look back, I would say there were about 2 years before I actually decided to leave the organization. There was a period of 2 years where my awakening was slowly happening. Wanting to explore anything outside of the Jehovah's Witness beliefs, what came down from the organization, it was like, you should fear it. You should fear everything on the outside. And not want to look into it, not want to research anything outside of what the JWs deemed to be righteous, what they deemed to be from God. So what that was doing was suppressing the things that God had put into me, interests that I had in wanting to learn about people, how I wanted to serve, and I wanted a career that was not a full-time pioneer. You carry this shame with you when you leave, when you start seeking out, what is it that God truly has for me? How do I let what is inside me grow? When you say, I want to do that, I want to grow emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, you are shamed. You want to go to college? Shame on you. Shame on you for this information from God not being enough. Shame on you that you want to learn more about sciences. Shame on you that you want to be an artist. There was a girl in my congregation that was she was a ballerina, and she was very talented. She was invited to go and dance with Alvin Ailey's dance theater in New York. That is the pinnacle for an African American ballerina. It was frowned upon only because of the religion. She did not get to go. I was so sad for her. So that was not letting her light shine. That was confining to her to, you need to stay here and either become a pioneer. You don't need to go and pursue dance any further. That was something that God put in her. So you feel shame when you decide to go off and pursue your dreams. So don't. You have nothing to be ashamed of. And I feel like many people that have left the Jehovah's Witness organization, and when I say feel it, I've watched some videos on YouTube and I've talked to people, and they had the same struggle that I had, where even though I woke up enough, my awakening gave me the strength to leave, even once I left, there was still residual shame. This video, I'm hoping it'll help people that are already out of the organization but still struggling with shame, and then people that are on that beginning path of awakening, where you might still be in the organization but you're looking and you're searching. There's no reason to feel shame. When you continue on the path of shame, feeling shame for your desires that have been put within you, it will lead to depression. You're going to try to find a way to cope because something's missing. What's missing is you're not fulfilling the desires of your heart. You're not fulfilling the dreams that you're here to pursue. You're not using your gifts and talents to minister to the people of the world. The world needs you. You were put here for a reason with the talents that you have. The world needs you to be true to yourself. It needs you to be interested in art so that I can purchase a piece of your art because I can't draw anything. The world needs you to be so interested in agriculture and study how it works so that you can come up with something that can help feed people, that's cost effective, that's good for the environment. We need that talent. We don't need everyone doing the same, dressing the same way, looking the same way, having the same beliefs. We need that variety. God has created variety in everything on this earth. Nothing that we look around and see is there ever monotony, ever. So do not feel ashamed because you're starting to feel your individuality shine through. Don't cover it. Don't cope by pushing it down. Pray to God to show you how to best let your light shine. That uneasy feeling that you feel when you're conforming to what everyone else in the JW organization is doing, that uneasy feeling, that's good. Pay attention to it. Pray to God and listen to the intuition that comes from you as to what direction you should go in. And don't feel that your life is defined by shame. Do not define it by shame. You should feel proud that you have had this awakening. Thank God that you've had this awakening. Use your gifts to help the world. Your gifts are needed. If you keep pressing down the light that is trying to come out of you, your individual light, you're never going to feel peace. You're never going to feel happiness because you're just going along with what you're being told to do instead of letting your individuality grow and bless others. You're an individual child of God with individual gifts. Let your light shine. Continue to heal. If you found this video encouraging, please like, subscribe, and share with someone that you think it could help. Thank you. See you next time.